Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. It is Star.
Hey guys, Anik, what's up?
I know we didn't put out an episode last week, but your girl was out of commission, so
Yeah.
I needed a little break. I feel good though.
We're human.
It happens.
Yes. So we're back.
Oh, I just had a flashback and I was triggered. Like,
oh, for real?
Yeah. I was like, damn, I was out of commission. But I mean, so much has happened, so much is going on. First, let me just ask you, how are you? Are you okay?
Well, I'm good. I've been, on Instagram going in and just, I've been just toot, talking my shit. But that has been
toot. What is that?
Whatever. That's something that I just made up right now. But I've been talking my shit, So, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I feel better. I did have to take a break from social media for a little bit because it was just so overwhelming, just seeing everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I had asked you like how were you was because I feel like with so much going on that we are not really asking like, oh, how are you doing, like how's your mental, but yeah. I feel like it's just been so much to like take in, and somebody had hit me up and it was just like, oh, like how are you, and then they were like, how is your mental? And I'm like, damn, nobody has ever asked me that, like how's my mental? And then that's when they explained like, with everything's going on, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. And I was like, oh, yeah. Thanks. But so I've been like texting people and asking them like, hey, how are you? How's your mental? It's important to ask that because everybody's gonna say like, oh, I'm okay, but
yeah, so are you really okay?
And it's a lot being a black person in America. Stuff that we have to deal with. Ooh, child.
Well, I guess we'll get right into it. I don't know if she made a list, y'all.
I did.
I was taking a nap, so I thought we was gonna freestyle. But go ahead, sis.
No, we could freestyle. But I was just like, over the week, I was jotting stuff that I wanted to like talk about. Cause
yeah, over the week.
Damn.
Oh, and there's another page?
Well, because like I couldn't fit it on like, so my brain just be going and I'd be like, oh, I want to talk about this. So I just be jotting it down. But
like,
usually I can remember like what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
We record every week, but because we haven't recorded in like 2 weeks, I'll just.
So is this 2 weeks worth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, when I started to feel better.
Oh, okay. All right. So like. Worth.
I guess we could start with
Happy Pride Month.
Oh yes! Oh my God! I forgot it was Pride Month.
Yeah, it's Pride Month. Woo! So
it's crazy because I've seen people like post stuff, but then I just forgot because I feel like it's the whole stuff. Yeah. Like the Black Lives Movement is like kind of overpowering.
And Pride, is canceled, like the parades and stuff. But shout out to all our LGBTQIA plus folks out there,
Shout out to y'all. Happy
we love
Pride.
y'all. Man.
Not anyway. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm like, let me see what she about to concoct up, y'all. She got the list, honey.
Well, first I want to talk about just companies and them showing quote unquote
solidarity.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I think we had spoke about this about like like my company. They held a meeting for all hands meeting. I guess you can call it. That's what they call their meetings. But
all hands on deck.
It's funny because I was coming back from Brooklyn from my friend's house, and I missed 30 minutes of the meeting. So I didn't even know what the meeting was about. I did one of those that you be doing where you just be forgetting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not trying to take under the bus, but
you did, but
I'm sorry. No, I was just saying like I had did one of you, so I just put like yes, I'll attend, but I didn't see like what the name of the meeting was. It wasn't until like, because the reason why I missed 30 minutes was because my internet wasn't working. So once I finally got on, and all I hear is, do you think that the company could be more diverse? And I'm like, what? So I went to go look at the title of the meeting, and it was about diversity, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, why are we having a meeting about this? And you're pretty much asking your employees, do you feel if the company needs to be more diverse? I just think it's common sense. Like if you look within the community, within the company, and you see that majority of your employees are white, and you have a sprinkle of people of color, wouldn't you think that you need a little bit more diversity in the company? Why are you asking us?
Yeah.
But I've been hearing that a lot of companies is doing this.
Yeah, a lot of companies are, and you know, they've been putting out statements or whatever. My company, I mean, I could care less. I was just like, ooh, okay, great. I mean, it's pretty clear. Companies know. Like, I'm not falling for the bullshit. Companies clearly know that they don't have that much people of color on the executive leadership teams or at higher positions versus white people.
Yeah.
Like, you have people of color who fight every day to move up within their respective careers or whatever it is that they're doing until they get to their careers, just to be a manager or be a supervisor or whatever, you know, position that's readily available. So it's like, for y'all to just act like, oh, we didn't know, because they were also doing the pull up or shut up challenge, because, you know, Rihanna, she had said, you know, y'all gotta pull up and shut up. So this black woman, I forgot what her name was, so she created it, and all these companies started putting out their numbers of like how many people are employed, you know, in their company, like the races, and it was just, you know, pitiful. It was sad, and it was just like, oh, obviously we got to do better, blah blah blah. And I'm like, y'all know y'all didn't have that many black people. I mean, you obviously converse, have meetings, engage with these people frequently. So you ain't know that there was only one black person or one Latino person or no indigenous people, no Asian people. Like, you ain't know that? Bye.
Yeah, I don't know if they feel like them having this meeting is showing that they're trying to make an effort, but in all actuality, like, you're just making us more uncomfortable. Because you're pretty much putting us on the spot to speak, to pretty much tell you that you need to do better as a company. Like, come on now.
Microaggressions.
Yeah, like, I was not here for that meeting, and once I got the gist of what it was, I just tuned out and I was doing something else, because I was just like, come on now. Like, this is ridiculous. But, I mean, I don't know. I thought that a lot of the companies were having this meeting because of that pull up and shut up challenge, because I seen the challenge going around, and then all of a sudden I had this meeting with my job, and I'm like, what the fuck? So that's why I was like, that's the reason why all companies are doing this?
I don't know, because I know, like, my company, their meeting was like way before that challenge thing was an issue. I just think based on like your company, like obviously the company I work for, the chairman put out some crazy ass statement and got backlash for it. So it was basically like my department decided to hold like a meeting and discuss primarily that. And I'm like, the black people on this fucking call don't give a fuck, because we know how this nigga is set up, but whatever. So yeah, so that was that. And then, you know, then the pull up shut up thing challenge came about, and then and that was just primarily for companies to realize, like, you really aren't diverse as you think.
But I feel like the companies that I've seen post their numbers have been black owned companies. I haven't really seen any, like, I haven't came across any companies.
There's a page, there's a pull up or shut up page, and like a lot of like companies posted their numbers, like a lot of white owned companies, like Jessica Alba's company, Honest, I don't know if she's still owner of it, Kylie Jenner, Good American.
What is their numbers looking like?
The typical, not a lot of black people. And I'm just like, so I left my comment there. I was just like, I'm not surprised. I don't know if I don't think Kim Kardashian has done it. Iman was on there. There was black owned companies on there. Who else? Like,
I saw the Iman one.
Yeah, Sephora was on there. So a lot of like well known companies that Nike did. I think Adidas hasn't done anything. And I think everybody was waiting like, Adidas, you gonna pull up your numbers? put up your numbers. So if you go to the page, the pull up or shut up challenge page, it'll show you like a lot of well-known companies, what their numbers average for the different races that work within their company, like in general, like in total.
I'm gonna look at that because I've just been seeing like what people have posts, and a lot of them have been just black-owned companies. So I didn't know that companies that wasn't black-owned was actually participating as well.
I think it was more so for them because I feel like with black-owned companies, of course they're gonna put it, but we know like for the majority, got a lot of black people working there. Yeah. But it was more so for the white-owned companies. Like, look at your numbers. Like, oh yeah, not so great, huh? So yeah, so that's that.
That's crazy. I was surprised to see the CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. I was surprised to see him posting customers writing him.
Oh, the racist?
Yes, about him having Black Lives Matter on his.
At first, I didn't believe it. I was like, he didn't because he put a statement out, and I was like, whatever. And then when he started posting like how there was like the racist people going in on him, I was like, oh shit, he really did write this.
First of all, when I was reading what these people were writing, stupid. I was just like, yo, they sound so dumb.
So dumb.
So ignorant. They sound like they in fucking junior high talking the way that they were talking. Like, I'm just like, is this a kid writing this or an adult? Like,
it was a kid. I'm sure because they're all mentally children, so it's definitely kids.
But I was surprised that I wouldn't expect him to do that. Like, I would expect, like, you know, a white person who's, like, an ally. So I'm not saying that he's not an ally or whatever the case may be, but I don't know. He just didn't give me that vibe that he would even expose racist people.
Yeah, I didn't. That's why I was like, oh, shit, I take back for talking shit. Because he out there, he was exposing them motherfuckers.
I mean, you gotta treat your employees better, but that was different exposing them.
I was like, okay, Jeff. You get 1 point over here. They ain't selling me on you down for the cause, but you get a point.
I was laughing at that. But I don't know. White people get so mad when you are for anything that is not them. And I don't understand. It's not even like, I don't even think it's them being mad. It's just like hatred. Like, it's so like evil. Like, I don't know. It's like, for what though? Why?
Because they corny. Like, y'all are corny as fuck. Like, especially like the racist white people. And then the white people who refuse to educate themselves and continue to like just repeat ignorant shit. Y'all ain't better. You're fucking dumb too. So I mean, it's just wild. It's a very high, fiery environment that we're all in right now. So I say expose them all. I saw also they had exposed Anthropologie, Urban, and what was the other brand? Because Anthropologie,
they're all owned together, aren't they?
Yeah, by the same, yeah. So
you're talking about Free People?
And Free People, yes.
Because I know they're all
connected, yes. So Anthropologie put out some like solidarity shit, because you know all these companies are putting out, oh, we stand with everyone, but then you got the employees or customers who are airing them out. So niggas just started a thread, and they were actually, the person who brought it to attention was Emmy Rossum, the young lady that plays on that show on Showtime, Shameless.
I don't know nobody's name.
Oh, have you ever seen Shameless before?
No.
Okay, that show is mad funny. Basically, Shameless is it's like white trash family who literally are trying to get by, but it's mad funny.
Add that to my list.
It's really good. Like, it's really, really good. You know who's the chick who was in the college scandal that was on Desperate Housewives? Her husband plays the father of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's really good. Anywho, so basically, she aired them out like on Twitter, and she was like, "Shame on you," because they had code names for black people who came in the store, so they called them Nick, and then that started like the thread of like all these people who work there, and they're like, you know, when I used to work there, they would specifically like say like if a black person walks in the store, they're a Nick, pay attention to them, follow them. you know, or if they, you know, and then black people whose experience of walking into those stores, like they wouldn't be greeted or nothing like that. And it's crazy because I remember like when I had went into Anthropologie once, I was not greeted. I was not asked if I needed help. I didn't notice. I wasn't followed or anything because I would have made a scene. Like that's my personality. I would have been like, "Oh, you're following the black girl around, huh? What do you think? I can't afford this?" I would have made a whole scene and embarrassed the whole shit. So that's me.
I believe you too.
And free people, I was never interested in their clothes anyway because their clothes are not made for black women.
It's more like hippie kind of.
Yeah, it's very hippie for skinny ass bitches who. Hey. No, I'm talking about skinny. I'm talking like size 0, 000. Like I'm talking about those type of women, and because their clothes is just, yeah, like it's whatever. But anyway, so basically they were, I don't know if they have put out a statement since, but people were airing them out, and I was just all here for it, and I was like, yes, air them out.
I love that.
Because a lot of them are hiding behind those stupid statements. Oh, we stand with the black community and we'll donate. I don't believe that shit. Like for me, actions speak more louder than words, and money, anybody could donate money and feel like they did something to help a cause. Like it's really like, what are you going to do? Are you going to remove all the racial profiling, racist actions that you have taught your staff members to do to customers of color? Like, are you going to hire more of a diverse team? Like, this is the shit that matters. So donating money and putting out some fucking, Black Lives Matter and we stand, no, that doesn't work for me. We ain't fucking stupid. I feel like that's a lot of these companies, they think that they could pull the wool over our eyes and just shut us up. No, we're not shutting up.
Absolutely. That's why like a lot of these statements, I'm just like, okay, you just putting that out just to put that out so that people don't come at you or drag you. I mean, that was the same situation with Starbucks when they put out that statement and the employees were airing them out like, you not even letting us wear shirts that says Black Lives Matter, but you letting us wear stuff for Pride.
Because everybody knows that Pride is like a money, for a lot of these companies, it's really a target for making money. Like it's like, do y'all really support LGBTQIA plus community, or you just use them to make money? I feel like a lot of companies just use them because, hello, if these companies are racist towards black people, what do you think they are towards LGBTQIA people? Yeah. They're prejudiced or bigoted towards them too, because their old mentality is like that old Christian Southern mentality of, no, this is whatever. So more than likely they get in the same heat too, but they're going to use them to make money.
Exactly. That's so funny you brought that up, because I wanted to bring up, before I bring that up, I wanted to also throw in that Sephora, I'm not even surprised at y'all for wanting to give 15% of your shelf space for black owned.
Oh, yes.
I saw that and I shook my head and I kept 15%, but I'm gonna leave that at that. But I'm happy that you brought up the LGBTQ thing about targeting money, because I don't know if you saw when Billy Porter put out that statement.
I didn't get to watch it yet.
So pretty much he was comparing the relationship between LGBTQ plus community and the black community. He felt like let me get his exact words. He said that it is like white supremacy, our relationship with the LGBTQ community, the black community. He said that our relationship with them is appalling. And I was just like, black people are not the only ones that come at the LGBT community.
Definitely.
Like, I get it, like the whole old school religious mentality, like, yes, they are against, the gay community. But you have white people, other races that be talking shit about the LGBT community and don't agree with the stuff that they do. So why are you just singling out the black community?
And why is that even being compared to white supremacy?
Thank you.
I think a lot of people need to go back and look up racism, prejudice, discrimination, bigotry, ethnicity, race, culture, white supremacy, supremacists. They need to look anti-black. They need to look up the definition of all these words so that when they create an argument, their argument makes sense. Like, you can, instead of saying it's similar to white supremacy, like, he could have just said that within the community, there's a lot of prejudice towards the LGBTQIA community. Like, black people are prejudiced or they're bigoted, because bigotry means hate. Like, they hate. Like, don't use white supremacy when you know that literally is correlated to systemic racism.
Yeah.
Like, that's what white supremacy is. Like, supreme. What does supreme mean? Supreme means to be at the highest, at the top. Like, exercising your power, to be supreme. Hello? The definition is in the fucking words. Supremacy, supreme, high, at the top. White people at the top, higher. Like, what? Just like fucking Terry Crews. I can't. Jesus.
Yeah, he's another one. For me, I didn't 100% agree with Billy Porter at all. Like, okay, there might be some prejudice towards the LGBT community from the black community because of
ignorance,
yeah, and a lot of it is taught because of religion. I mean, if you think about it, like, religion was forced on us, and this is what we were told what was right and what's wrong. Like, you know what I mean? So a lot of that do stem from that. But when you guys are being killed and beaten in the street, who is marching and standing with y'all? The black community. Black Lives Matter. So that's why
the Black Lives Matter, the women who are the creators of Black Lives Matter, they are gay women. Which I don't think a lot of people know that. But
I don't think a lot of people know
that.
So
it's like what? People need to step out of their, like, there's certain personal experiences that when you describe what you've been through and how you've been targeted, whether it's by a specific community or race, sometimes you can't bunch it up with a whole lot of other shit that's going on.
You can't.
Certain things are separate. Certain trials and tribulations are separate. Are they shared experiences? Yes. But no matter how, one thing is, yes, the black community has to do way much better when it comes to our transgender community. And, non-binary.
And accepting it.
Yeah, queer community. We got a long way to go with that. However, obviously these poor young transgender individuals are being murdered. But the people that are murdering them, unfortunately, are from either, they could be from within our community or they're from another community. But we're talking about police brutality, killing everybody and beating everybody up. That doesn't discriminate against anybody, because when they see you, they see your black ass and it's on site. So it's like comparing police brutality with racism and all that stuff and saying like, oh, the way the community is treated is like white supremacy. Those two don't go together.
It don't.
Pick a different choice of words. I'm surprised he didn't receive no backlash for that yet.
Oh, people were dragging him, and I don't know who did this to his video, but they started playing, like the Uncle Tom kind of music.
No,
it was playing that in
the bluegrass music.
Yeah, like that type of
with
music.
the guitar. The bluegrass music.
I was fucking laughing because I was just like, yo, I can't with people.
Like, you gotta think before you speak. Like,
I don't think people are thinking. And you brought up the Terry Crews thing, and I had to write this down because I was just like, I wrote down exactly what he said because I was like, I don't want to get this wrong. So he said,
child,
defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is the truth. Like it or not, we are all in this together. What?
I had wrote him on Twitter too, because I was just like,
what did you say?
I forgot what I said, but I definitely wrote him on Twitter because when he was trending, I didn't know why he was trending.
Yeah.
When I clicked on it and I saw people dragging him, I'm like, what this nigga done did again? And when I read what he wrote, and I was just like, black supremacy, once again, people not choosing the right choice of words. And this is the type of message, like the crisscross message that you put out there, which will confuse people, especially if we're fighting against the bigger picture here, which is white supremacy. You are putting the fuel and the fire in the back of these KKK motherfuckers, these racist assholes, because their fear is black domination. Yeah. Black people taking over. That is their fear. Their fear is that. And by you saying black supremacy, you really think you're not going to have these white supremacists on edge and they start targeting poor people that's walking down the street or whatever? Like, you're putting the battery in these people's backs by saying shit like that. You're fueling the fucking fire even worse because you're not thinking before you write, and then you're putting it on a social media platform that's gonna spread like wildfire. And then what? Talking about, oh, there's a set of black people that choose who's black and who ain't. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Yeah. Go sit down and go watch some fucking porn. Shut up.
I don't know what I feel like, I don't think he knew what he was saying.
He doesn't know.
When he tweeted that, and I was like, what? And I'm like, is he trying to say that we can't defeat the justice system because we need white people, because they are the ones who set up this system, mm-hmm. so we need them to dismantle it. We can't do it on ourselves. So I'm like, is that what he's trying to say? But he just don't know how to word it, and he using other words. But then when he wrote that, I was just like, all right, what are you trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Because like, you're saying this that is confusing, then you're saying this that has nothing to do with this. I just think he was just talking out his ass, and like you said, some people don't know certain words and the meaning of it, and they just be throwing that shit out, and it's like, now you just sound stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I still don't know what he's trying to say. I thought I did, but then when he tweeted that, I was like, okay, I don't know what he's talking about.
He's a fool. He's a fucking fool, and it's like, and remember, this is the same person who, when Gabrielle Union was saying how she was, the racism and all that stuff that she was experiencing by NBC, and he was so quick to be like, well, I had great experiences there, and blah, blah, blah. And who was I talking to? I forgot who it was I was mentioning this to, but I was like, when the Me Too movement was airing and exposing out men who were rapists, harassers, etc., you were the first black man that said how a Hollywood exec groped you in front of your wife at a huge Hollywood event. Everybody rallied around you and stood around you. Supported you.
Nobody said, "Oh, that didn't even happen to me."
Exactly.
So I don't know what he's talking
about.
Exactly.
Even men in the industry who I'm sure probably came across the gentleman that did that to you. He probably didn't do it to them, but you didn't see them saying, "Well, he's a great guy," and I've never, because they didn't invalidate your experience the way you did Gabrielle Union. And you really think that you, at the point of airing out this top Hollywood exec guy who's this white guy on top of that when you go work at NBC, you really think they're gonna be racist towards you, or they're gonna treat you a certain way? They're gonna be on edge because they're gonna be like, oh, we gotta tippy-toe around him because he aired out such and such, with, you know, saying that he sexually harassed him, so we gotta be careful what we say, what we do. So you will not have that experience that Gabrielle Union had. But for you to invalidate her experience of racism and misogyny and whatever else, meanwhile, people stood with you when you had your experience and you decided to expose it, you a hypocrite. You a hypocrite. And now you over here talking about, if we take out the whites, then it's going to be black supremacy. How, Sway? Black people are not gonna put laws. If or when black people go on top, you think that we're gonna put laws that's going to suppress or oppress people? No,
because we know how that feels.
Exactly. And we're not saying like, oh, we want to oppress white people. We like that thing, that quote that's going around. They're lucky that we're not looking for revenge. We're just looking for real equality. and a just, fair system.
But black people are not evil though. That's the crazy part. Is that they look at us as these like angry people, but it's like we are the most welcoming people by default. We shouldn't be that way, but we're welcoming. We always having fun. We take our pain and we make it like we make a joke out of our pain and make it into laughter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anytime there's something that's happening in the world, we always make a joke out of it. Like, you know, so we're not those type of people that we get in power and we gonna start suppressing all the white people and doing the shit that they did to us for 400 plus years. Like, that's not even what we thinking about. We just want to be equal. We're tired of being killed. We're tired of being treated unfairly. Like, that is what we're tired of. We could care less about supremacy and wanting to be on top. And come on, that's not even on our mindset right now. Like, I don't get it.
These clowns, they canceled for me, but that's a damn shame.
I can't. Another thing I saw, I wanted to get your opinion on it. I'm sure you probably saw it. But those 2 black officers that suing the mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms in Atlanta
for what they did to the students.
Yeah, did you see that?
I saw it and I was like, next caller. I was like scrolling past, like,
and it's 2 black men at that.
Y'all need to shut the fuck up. You were wrong. Just like in that same video, there was a white couple right in front. You didn't call your partners to roll up on the car in front of them because they were outside past curfew too. Because it's not like you ain't gonna see the fucking car. Like, oh shit, it's not like they were the only car in the street. There was a car right in front of them too. And whether you knew those people were white or black, you, like, if you're going to treat everyone the same, treat everyone the same. Because that's the shit that they be jacking, right? No, if you're doing bad, blah, blah. Like, treat everyone the same. You saw they were out past curfew, and then the other car was out past curfew. The response would have been different if they gave that other car the same response. But you didn't. And then that car rolled the fuck off when they saw all that commotion going on. And yes, they were white. And no, they didn't get out to help. Because, of course, they got fucking scared. And they didn't use their white privilege to help this young black couple. So in my head is, I hope they don't win that lawsuit. They deserve to be off the fucking force and lose their jobs. Oh well. Think twice before you do dumb shit like that.
I don't think they will, because it's crazy. They got fired. They didn't even get suspended with pay. They got fired. But it's crazy because you see all these other white cops that's doing stuff, and they get paid leave. Not even fired. I think maybe like 1 or 2 was fired, but a lot of them getting paid leave. And I just saw, before we started recording, that Derek Chauvin, he's going to be getting close to $1 million. And I think it's like, not health insurance. It's some type of insurance or some shit that he's still going to be getting. I'm guessing this has to be from his pension. But I'm like, I thought that once you're fired, or especially something like that where you get convicted of something, that you lose your pension and all of that. So how are you still getting support?
That's something that they going to have to figure the fuck out in Minnesota. But see, this is my thing.
I'm going to read more into it because I just saw the headline and I was like, what the fuck?
This is my thing when it comes to the boys in blue, the brothers in blue. A lot of people of color that go into the force, yeah, it's all kiki and ha ha ha. I'm protecting my fellow officer and et cetera, et cetera. But they forget that the foundation of the police force was and is built on white supremacy. It was built to target black slaves. They were slave patrol. When the immigrants were coming in through Ellis Island and we were having the explosion of immigrants that were coming downtown, and then the Irish, the white people, Americans, were discriminating against the Irish and all those immigrants. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that.
Which is crazy because they're immigrants themselves. But
exactly, right. When they were being discriminated against, and decided, oh, let's join the police task force, and then was terrorizing people of color and not the white people that was treating them like fucking shit. So it is embedded in their history, in their culture. That racism runs long and fucking deep. So you really think that your black ass joins the fucking police force, that they gonna apply that same type of energy for you? You think that they gonna protect you the way they gonna protect some white man or some white woman? They're not. Because, yeah, you're their brother in blue, but you're not really their true brother in blue. Because that only references their white counterparts, not you. So, of course, when you shoot that white kid, your ass is getting fucking fired. Ain't gonna be no paid leave and money out your pension. When you kill, whatchamacallit, if you, like those two officers, when you attack these two young kids and you do all of that, no, sorry, you're not going to be suspended with paid leave. You're going to be fucking fired. Meanwhile, your white brother in blue gets the opposite treatment. That should be the fucking wake-up call.
It should.
To see how the system was always built against us, and it still is against us. Just because you join these task forces doesn't mean that shit is eradicated. It's still there. They're not gonna hold you down the way they're gonna hold down whoever else. You'll probably be that token black person on the force.
But they still won't treat you.
Yeah. That nigga who held the fucking, like we were talking earlier, what's his, whatever, that commissioner. Did y'all see any black people standing behind him?
None.
Did you see any Latin person, Asian, indigenous? Did you see anybody of color standing behind him? All you saw was white brolic men. Mm-hmm. Look like they about to go to a Muscle Beach competition down in Virginia. He made sure that he rounded up New York's finest, which was a whole bunch of white guys, to talk about, oh, you're not gonna treat us like blah blah blah.
What I think I wrote what he said exactly too. What was it that he said?
Another kind of like Ray Kelly was.
I wrote it too. I was like, he wrote something like, y'all not gonna treat us. Oh, he said, stop treating us like animals and thugs and start treating us with some respect. Interesting. Yeah. But that was just like, in Snowfall. I mean, if nobody watched it yet, I'm sorry, I'm about to ruin that one scene. But just in Snowfall, like seeing him go so hard to protect his community, and seeing how these white cops, his brother in blue, how they were referring to black people, and it's like, it still wasn't that wake-up call for him, and he was still like, oh no, I gotta do this because I'm like the token black guy, like they respect me because I'm out here cleaning the streets. But it's like, look how they still treating you, and then for him to get killed, and his partner at that is making deals with the person who killed him, and it's supposed to be your brother in blue. So it just, like you said, it just goes to show you that these white cops, they are not for you.
Nope.
They're not. And you would think that light bulb was switching their head, but it doesn't. It really doesn't.
It doesn't, but... And that's any, like, task force. It could be the FBI, the CIA, DEA. Like, just because you join these task forces, these law enforcement, correctional officers, like... They're going to be riding with the white folks. You know what I'm saying? Because it will be you to be the whistleblower and be like, oh, or, you know, you go to them like, oh, this person's being racist towards me in the field and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, we'll look into it. And they make you look like the aggressor and make your life a fucking living hell on the force. But that's your brother in blue, or that's your partner. Bye.
Ciao.
Sayonara.
Yeah, that video, I saw the video with that guy from the NYPD, and I was just like, so the media shows y'all acting like this and y'all so upset. Now you know how black people feel.
They probably will never know how black people feel because they're not being killed in the street.
They're not.
I think the only time that cops were like, oh shit, this ain't a game, was when that black guy drove from Maryland and shot those two cops in a cop car. I don't know if you remember that story. It was a couple of years back.
Was that like a ex, like he was in the army or something like that? Or he was an ex-cop and he got fired or some shit like that?
I don't think he was an ex-cop. He probably was in the army or something like that. But he literally drove or took the bus, whatever, came all the way from Maryland. Because I forgot who, because there was someone who had, was it when Eric Garner was killed? It was something, because it was another like state of us being just on.
I think it was Eric. This story sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I feel like it was around the time of Eric Garner, like still fresh. And he literally came down from Maryland, and then it was two cops that were there in the car sitting. I don't know if they were on duty, on break, or whatever it was. And he just like shot them cops up and killed them. And obviously it became like a manhunt to find him. And I think the cops ended up gunning him down. And it's crazy because it was like, and it became this thing like, oh, we gotta protect the cops. I'm not saying go shoot cops. Absolutely not. Like, that's not how we want justice. You know what I'm saying? We're saying hold these people accountable for the shit that they do. Fire their fucking asses, no paid leave, lose their job, never get hired in no fucking police task force ever. Like, that's how niggas learn. When you can't get hired and you ain't got no source of income, because, you know, when the pockets start depleting, that's when niggas is on edge, like, oh shit, I ain't got money for this. How I'm gonna take care of my family? Shit, what the fuck did I do? Da, 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 da. It's like your brain is going a mile a minute. So it's like giving somebody paid time off. What the fuck is that gonna do?
Nothing. That's not teaching a person
You're
that
not
what they
teaching them
did
shit.
is wrong, because, or putting them on desk duty. Like, come on.
Right. Wow, you're pushing paperwork. Great.
You still getting paid.
Yeah.
That pension ain't touched.
Leave their asses in jail. No fucking bail. You murdered somebody. Why do you need bail? And it's crazy because when they gave that man, they freed him on bail, I was so angry because his bail was literally
Wasn't it like $750,000?
No, he paid
more than that.
His bail was like $1 million, and he paid $750K like to set bail. So I would, because it's a percentage that you can pay for the bail. So, which is obviously the issue when, you know, a lot of young men of color or women of color, when they get locked up and they have to cash out bail, which is the issue that people have been fighting for so long, because they'll set their bill as $2,000 and some people can't afford it. It'll be $5,000, $8,000 or whatever.
But they know that people, the
of course they
can't
do.
afford that.
But it's a percentage that you have to pay from the bail. It's either you pay the whole thing or you pay a percentage of it. And if they don't got the money to pay the percentage of it, then you sit there until God knows when. So for him, like $750K, where that came from? You put your house on the market, I don't think your house is worth $750,000.
I'm sure people came together
Of course
and started
they did,
giving that money.
donated, yeah.
Especially seeing that incident that happened with the older white guy that was pushed to the ground and his head was bleeding, and seeing people protesting, like peaceful protesting in front of the precinct because those two officers got fired. So I'm sure there was people rallying up like, oh, y'all didn't do nothing wrong. Here's the money to bail you out. That shit is crazy to me. When I saw that, I was like, wait, what? So y'all don't care about the old man who was bleeding from the head? Fuck him.
Who's still in the hospital? Shit is sad.
That shit is crazy. Child. But I will say, even though seeing all of that, Governor Cuomo. I always say his name wrong. Cuomo, whatever. Cuomo. He signed into law nation-leading legislation. The N50A bans chokehold, prohibits false race-based 911 calls. Yes, because I'm tired of you fucking Karens. Makes Attorney General independent prosecutor in killing of unarmed civilians by police. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a step. I mean, it's unfortunate that, you know, this wasn't placed in before, because obviously when we had Eric Garner with the chokehold and all that stuff, and people were pushing like, you know, chokehold is not even a part of their training. It was banned to be used, you know, for the police to use it a long time ago. And it was just like mad shit. I feel like this is stuff that should have in the past, you know, happened already. Like, it should have been implemented, because Cuomo was still governor then. He's been governor for a long time. So it's not, but I guess, I don't know what's in the water. I don't know what it is, but the energy and whatever's in the air is different now, which I don't know why it's different, because just like Eric Garner died, just similar like George Floyd. Yeah. The difference was one was in a chokehold and one was being pressed down onto the ground with the leg, right? The neck on the, you know what I'm saying? So it's like similar fashion of dying, can't breathe. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. And, you know, I'm not going to stay here and be like, it is what it is. It's being implemented. We're going to see where this goes, where this takes us. And moving forward, whatever Cuomo has, you know, laws to pass, I hope he continues passing these legislations on shit that is going on. There needs to be police reform. Like, that has to start. The police have to be reformed.
Start defunding it too.
Yeah. And putting more money into these communities, the community centers, organizations, grassroots organizations. Like, there's a lot that still needs to be done, but we need to see the action behind it. And Cuomo, he did a good job. He was like, all right, I'm on it. He talked that talk, but he actually put the action behind the words. So for that, I was like, okay, you did that. Yeah. I need these other governors to get in line, but that's probably going to be a little bit harder because they're not liberal. So for them, these are racist assholes that are in power, that love the police, love the NRA, love the fraternity of police. So it's going to be harder for other cities, but I hope that it could be done. That's why, guys, even though we always talking shit about voting,
it's important.
But we just got to do it. But we got to do it not just like in the primary election and, you know, the presidential election, but we got to do that shit when it's like within the community. The council.
That is what is really important.
Yeah, it's those that is really important. Like, that's why when you see white people be going hard, like, I need a stop sign here, or I need them to fix this curb or this tree or whatever. They're contacting their city officials, their councilmen, their assemblymen. They're like, this is what you need to do. There's, you know, too much of this going on in the neighborhood. There's drugs in the community. Like, they're on top of that shit. And we need to be like that because we're so, like, as black people, we got a lot of shit on our mind. Every fucking day. A lot.
We should be the ones like the white people do because we have so much that's happening to us compared to white people. So we should be the ones that's going in. But they don't promote those elections like how they promote the president elections. It's
actually,
like,
they do because, like, the assemblymen and the councilmen, like, they'll always have, you know, the whatchamacallit, the posters. It'll be people passing out like how they were doing today. They do it, but I feel like some people are just like, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. We don't take it in, like, we don't look at it as important.
Right. Some
That's what I mean to say.
Yeah.
I think we just only look at just the president elections as like the major one, whereas like these, to me, I feel like is a little bit more important than the presidential elections.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if you want shit to change in your neighborhood, or you want the people that have access to congressional leaders to make a difference in your community and whatever the case may be, this is the shit. It's hard because it's always like, when do I have time to do this? When do I have time to do that? Because you got to go to these town hall meetings and whatever they have, like these council member meetings that are open to the public that you can go to. You know, this is not shit that you see in movies when somebody walks. This shit is real life. Like, this is stuff that is free and open to everyone to go to. You just have to know when and where it's happening. And it will tell you, like, oh, this is the legislation or the bill or whatever order that they're trying to, you know, work. People will put in petitions for whatever it is. Like, this shit is real. They'll be like, yeah, I want such and such implemented because of blah, 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 blah. Like, this is real life. It does happen. But it's always like, oh, do I have time to go? Do I have time to do this? And blah, blah, blah. So.
And actually look up who you're voting. Like, I'm so sick of hearing the lesser evil and all that crap. Like, actually really put in the work to look up these candidates, see who's the best fit, and vote. Not just, I'm gonna vote for this person because this person is black. I'm gonna vote for this person is Latino. I'm gonna vote for this person just because I don't want this person to be in office. Like, our vote really does matter. So we need to actually really do the research, look up these people, and vote for who we feel is best fit.
Yeah.
Because that is important.
Because sometimes it be the mentality of just like all your skin folk ain't your kinfolk is true. So like she said, just because you see somebody on the ballot as a candidate and you think that they're gonna ride for you, a lot of them sometimes are their policies and things they want to implement sometimes are against things that you believe that is good for the community as a whole. So that's why it's important to look up like what this person believes in, because there'll be that Latin person, or it'll be that black person or that Asian person that is pro, like let's say you are pro-life, they'll be against that, or funding the police and putting more money into the police and taking money from the community. Like, and then in your mind, you'll be like, oh, let me vote for this person because they're Latin and, you know, I know they're going to... Yeah. And they policies and the shit that they be wanting be so against the good of the community. So that's why it's also important that you really have to know, like, if there's certain things that you believe in, like school reform and putting money into schools and education and stuff like that, or people who believe in energy, like green energy and stuff like that, like, you need to focus on these people. Focus on people that believe in the same ideals that you believe in, and you'll be surprised. Sometimes it will not be your fellow man.
That is so true. And we done seen it time after time on social media, people who is our kinfolk talking some foolishness.
Yeah, because there's always going to be that pawn in the political atmosphere.
That shit's crazy. But on some good news, I will say that I am so happy when I had saw these fucking racist people getting their ass
wet. Oh, yeah.
I was showing her the fucking videos and I was fucking laughing.
Yeah, because they need to get beat up. Like, you're not gonna call me the N-word and I'm just gonna be like, turn the other cheek.
Hell, absolutely not.
Turn the other cheek. The next thing I know, I'm driving down a deserted road. It's gonna be your ass trying to hang me from a fucking tree. And that was me turning the
not
other
laughing
cheek.
At the tree thing, but just laughing at just Anique in general. Like, she just funny, so I just be laughing at her face expression.
Like, ain't no turning the other cheek over here. Like, knuck a few bucks. So you get crazy out your mouth, you getting fucking slapped. I don't care.
It's funny because before we started recording, I had watched, I already posted it too. Somebody had posted this video of this lady, a Karen, being a Karen, and she had like 2 hammers and she was hitting somebody's car with it or whatever.
What?
So these 2 women, because I think it was another woman that was with her, she was recording her and she was like, oh, call the cops. And she's like, yeah, and tell them that she's destroying property. I have her on video. And then when I went to the next slide, her name is Keisha, this black lady, and she has the white lady by her hair. So the white lady is like this, and she's like holding her hair. And I guess the white lady, she had like a hose or something, and she's going off on her, like, you racist bitch. And I was fucking laughing. And then she pushed her in the fucking bushes.
Good. Bye, Karen. Jackass.
I was just like, yes, Keisha, go off, Keisha. That shit was mad funny because it's like the first video you just see her with 2 hammers destroying whoever car that was, and then the next one, I don't know if she was wetting Keisha with it, or she was doing, or maybe Keisha saw what she was doing outside.
Yeah. But
she had sis by that hair. And she was talking to her too while she was going over her.
Don't forget, y'all, you can citizens arrest is a real thing. So if a Karen and somebody getting crazy, getting bucked, you can do just make sure you yell it if you're gonna be recording and shit. Citizens arrest, and you can manhandle they fucking ass. Just like the cops manhandle us for no reason, but you'll have an actual reason. And you can say citizens arrest, and then call the cops and be like, this is a citizen arrest, blah blah blah. That shit is real, y'all. So
that shit's funny. I'm gonna show it to you after we start recording, because I was fucking laughing in the room, because I was just like, and then I don't know why I get so like excited when I see shit like that. I'm like, yes, get her. Like, I don't know, I just be mad hype because that shit. Those Karen videos, I don't know, they've been getting me like upset when I watch them, because I would like, I just want to go through the screen and just like
snatch. Sis,
I don't know. That
shake her real good. Like, don't fuck with me.
That shit, I thank God, thank you for never putting me in a position where
they irritated. Their demons are irritated. They think white people, black people, about to wipe them out off the face of the fucking planet. We ain't looking to kill y'all. Like, stop it. Cut it out.
I mean, we already know I shouldn't say that on camera, can I?
That's up to you, sis.
I mean,
if it's incriminating, research. I wouldn't. But...
No, it's not incriminating, but I mean, there's research to show that we are better.
Oh, yeah.
That. Because, you know, people are going to be like, oh, all lives matter. Fuck all lives matter.
If you all lives matter, unfollow all of our shit. YouTube, Instagram, what else we got? All the social media platforms. Unfollow us, block us, do whatever the fuck you gotta do.
Did you get into an argument with somebody for
I did. Ignorant.
We have time. We will argue with you. I don't know if you're still doing that, but I will argue with your fucking ass in the comments.
Yeah, I don't care. I will, like, this is shit that I would have addressed on a regular anyway. Like, it doesn't need to be an environment like this that we're living in for me to address ignorant, racist, bigoted shit. Like, it still won't get my attention because I heavily hate all that shit. So don't come at me with no bullshit.
No, I agree. But I'm ready for a Karen. I think I watched so many Karen videos that I'm just itching. Like, I'm waiting for a Karen to say some shit out her mouth.
She gonna manifest her Karen. I'm gonna get a call like, girl, I just slapped the shit out of this white bitch.
Cause I don't know, them videos, that's why I find enjoyment when I see them getting their ass whipped. I be here for that shit. Cause I think that's what they need. Like, cause my mom, she used to always say this when I was younger. Like, when people bully you, she was like, sometimes words are just not enough. Sometimes you just gotta hit them one good time for them to know not to fuck with you again. Yes. And I feel like that's how you have to deal with racist people. Like, words is not going to help at all. It's not gonna fix it. You just gotta pop, pop, pop. Well, that's not one time. That's a few times. Yeah. But maybe one time, 2 times. You know what I mean? Like, they need that because
a lot of them are violent. So, okay. For people who are non-violent, then I guess use your words. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that. Me, I'm more on the Malcolm side. I'm MLK sometimes. I be like this much. Or when I gotta be the voice of reason for, like, my friends and stuff. But even then, I don't know.
I don't know, sis.
I don't know. But, I want to say congratulations to Teyana Taylor. I'm not hyped for her.
I'm like, well, congratulations. What? Did I miss something?
I literally sent that video a few hours ago. I sent it to my best friend. And I was like, look, she's pregnant. I don't know why I'm so happy for her.
Nah, she's the GOAT. Like, we love Teyana Taylor. She has worked very hard to get to where she's at. So, you know, all respect. All respect.
I'm ready for the album, sis.
Right?
I'm ready.
We definitely are. We support our people heavily. Heavily.
I'm happy for her. So wait, all right. I couldn't wait to have this conversation because I don't know. I just couldn't wait. Have you seen what was going on with the whole B Simone thing?
Oh, I've seen like little snippets and, you know, I've read a little stuff on it. And I was just like, sis, bye.
Because I saw it on...
Which one, the 9 to 5 shit that she just recently said?
Yes. I saw that because I wanted us to talk about it.
This is why people... It is so important to... I hope this doesn't be stuck in my stomach, y'all. Hopefully it's good.
Her stomach on flat.
Yeah,
ass
whatever.
on what's that?
We getting there.
We gotta manifest it, sis. That's why I said that.
Nah, we are. Once quarantine, once the gym opens up, like, there's gonna be a whole lot of change or whatever the hell. But yeah, so this is why wording is so important. When I did see a little snippet of what she was saying, I understood what she meant, but the delivery and the way she communicated it
was totally
offensive.
Yeah.
Because it's very obvious and it's common sense that when you make it in like the entertainment business, or even if you're not in the entertainment business, let's say you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, influencer, whatever it is, that the career that you're on is super fast paced. You don't have time to sit down. You don't have like a normal social life. you need somebody that complements that. That's how she should have said it. She was like, she should have said, I just need somebody who will compliment. Because this is nothing new. Like, there's celebrities who have always, this has always been a question, like, for celebrities, whenever I've seen interviews, when they would ask them, like, oh, would you ever date, like, you know, a person who was not in the entertainment industry, and blah, blah, blah. And most of them would say, yeah, like, yeah, I'm open to it. And a lot of them would say that, unfortunately, no, because the lifestyle and the career that they have, they need somebody that is within that world to understand. Because if you're dating a regular Joe Schmo and they can't understand why you need to be gone for 8 months because you're shooting a movie, that distance. And then on top of it, you know, depending on the job that they have, how many times can you fly back and forth, pay for a hotel and all this stuff? Like, will this financially be a burden on you? So it's like, there are ways to communicate this. All you have to say is you would want a partner that complements your lifestyle. That's it. You could have just left it at that. Don't be so specific like, oh, I can't deal with a person that works at 9 to 5. Girl, there's CEOs and chairmen that work 9 to 5 jobs. So
yeah, that's considered 9 to 5 jobs.
Right, that exactly. So it's not just like, oh, a person who is not on your level working a regular corporate job. There's people that own companies that work those hours.
And making more money than you.
Yeah, so which you probably won't be able to catch up to their fast-paced life. But it was like her delivery and her approach to it.
Her wording too was just
all wrong. So that's why I was like, sis, I get what you're saying. Like, you're in a world where you need a man. What happened?
I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
Because you're remembering a comment?
Yes, that's why. I'm sorry, finish.
No, it's okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm sorry.
She's like, wow.
I laugh at everything, you guys. No, because when you said the CEO part, it made me think of the comment when somebody was like, who's checking emails at 3 in the morning? Girl, bye. Like, I was fucking laughing.
Oh, yeah, because she did say that. Like, she's going to be up or something.
She was like, I want to know that when I'm up checking emails at 3 in the morning, and you like, oh, babe, are you up? Oh, I'm checking emails. Okay. So that's why it was like, first of all, who's checking emails at 3 in the morning? Girl, bye.
She didn't know what to say. She was dragging it at that moment, but...
That was funny. I'm sorry.
But she was definitely trending on Twitter because they was going in on her, and I was just like, here we go again, because she was being dragged for her previous comment about not putting BLM because she a Christian girl.
But yet you talk about having boyfriends and dick and all this other stuff.
But since when religion had to do with civil rights? Malcolm too, because he was Muslim. But Martin Luther King Jr. was a Christian, and his life and sole purpose was centered around civil rights and our lives our lives mattered. Especially in a time where you would murder somebody and these people were not going to prison or even sitting in front of a judge. And most of the people that was murdering black people, lynching them, weren't even officers. It was regular fucking white people, Tom and Sally, who was like, yeah, let's go pick a nigger.
These white people names that you be coming up with.
Rolling down in a fucking dump truck looking for an innocent black person to go hang on a fucking tree. But now we live in a world where white people are being brought to the forefront to get justice for police brutality and their racist antics. When that shit, how many years ago was even happening? You're gonna sit here and talk about your religion.
Yeah, she canceled on my book, and I'm not with the whole cancel culture because I feel like the cancel culture y'all be canceling for like 5 minutes and then y'all be back on it. When I cancel a motherfucker, I really cancel a motherfucker. And for her, like, I tried to give her, I didn't even give her the benefit of the doubt when she made that whole comment of the Christian thing, because I'm just like, sis, I don't know why people always want to go into, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm conservative, I don't do this type of stuff. But in the same breath, you doing shit that conservative and Christian like people don't do. So I don't know. That stuff like that always bothered me because I'm just like, be who you are.
Exactly.
This is who you are. This is who you are. Just own up like, okay, I didn't put nothing out for Black Lives Matter. I didn't speak out. Say how you really feel. You always voicing your opinion about everything else. Then when I was just like, okay, whatever. But then when she made that comment, I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me because I get where she's coming from because you will want somebody who's in the same lifestyle that you're in. If she would have just said that, okay, granted, understand. But for you to say you don't want to date somebody who's in a 9 to 5 because they won't understand your work ethic, because she was also comparing it to that as well. Like, they're not going to understand why I'm working as hard and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't know if in her mind she think a 9 to 5 is just an office job and you clock in at 9 and you get out at 5.
Right.
No, you have people that are in certain levels of a company that is considered 9 to 5, but they work past the 5 o'clock threshold, like, or they working before 9 o'clock even start. You have CEOs that is technically 9 to 5 jobs too, that's making more money than you, and they understand your work ethic because they
built a company off of their work ethic,
and they're working past the 9 to 5 schedule to get shit done, or they even working on fucking weekends. So I think that they will understand. So for you to just completely just be like, oh, I'm not dating a 9 to 5 because they won't understand me. Like, I don't understand that. It's people who have office 9 to 5 jobs that will understand why you're working so hard because their job is so overwhelming. So they will get like, okay, I get your hustle, I get it because this is me at work. So it's like she kind of just downplayed other people's experience to make it seem like you ain't gonna understand, and like kind of like an uppity kind of attitude. So that I just was not feeling, and I'm like, sis, you ain't checking no emails at 3 in the morning. Stop
and who the fuck? Who compares work ethic to a time block? Oh, I'm working at all hours of the day and the night, so my work is more valuable than between your 9 to 5 period. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Work ethic is work ethic. Whether it's a 12-hour shift, an 8-hour shift, a 7-hour shift, if you are busting your fucking ass to get shit done, then anybody's gonna understand a person's work ethic and their drive and their ambition, period. So her justification for her argument, weak. It was. No sense.
And even when she was getting dragged and she made another statement to explain what she meant by that interview that she had with Nick Cannon, she still wasn't. It was like, girl, just shut up, just be quiet, because it's like you keep repeating the same thing that you said and you're not understanding why you're getting dragged. Like, and then I saw people just saying like, oh, but that's her preference. Well, and it's like, yeah, that's cool to have your preference, but your delivery is just wrong.
And then you're demeaning people who work 9 to 5 jobs because, like you said, like, just because you live a certain lifestyle that a person who works a corporate job, they don't live that lifestyle, does not negate that they don't work hard. So it's like different careers have different demands. So you cannot act like the entertainment industry is the only industry that people are hardworking. First of all, anybody could go into the entertainment industry.
That's a fact.
Like, if me and Star practice and take acting classes and do a whole bunch of shit, we probably will be the next actresses and you'll see us walking down the red carpet. Or we could be in music videos and like, it can't be, it ain't rocket science to get into Hollywood.
And some people don't even be working hard to get
into Hollywood. They just get a lucky fucking break.
Exactly.
And you know, a scout sees them and they're like, oh, you'd be great for this part, blah 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 blah. Let me introduce you to this agent. So like, there's not a lot of skill required to get into Hollywood. Not to that level compared to a person who works for a corporate company and they have to make sure to keep the company afloat, or someone who's a lawyer, someone who's a doctor, or someone who literally owns a company that employs other people. And just like, there's just so many different things where it's like, girl.
Yeah, that didn't sit well with me of how she was trying to downplay somebody who works a 9 to 5.
She a corn.
Yeah.
She a corn. And it's like, sis, like, you need to understand and be open to critique and how people are trying to explain certain things to you. Like, find out why you're getting dragged. Like, yeah, you're going to be defensive because you're like, oh, everybody's coming at me. But try to understand why they're coming at you. It's not based off of just ignorance. It's based off of particular things that you say that are not necessarily the reality of the situation.
It is. I seen Tory Lanez had, well, he didn't add her, but because I follow him on Twitter, he had wrote commenting about that, and he was just saying that there are people with 9-to-5 jobs that make more money than rappers, but I guess she didn't know that. I was like, it's true.
It is
It's
true.
so true.
Like, sis, you work for Nick Cannon, who works for MTV. What do you think those corporate people that
she
help his show
work for somebody?
Yeah, exactly. Those corporate people who work those 9-to-5 jobs are the ones who helped facilitate Nick Cannon to even have that show at MTV and be what it is. Those 9-to-5 people that are cutting contracts and reviewing shit.
But even the show she had on Zeus or whatever that
is, what corporate
you're
company?
Working for somebody.
Exactly.
It's not like you made this show and you put it on your own production team and your own channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you literally got signed a check to do this for somebody. So you work in a 9-to-5, sis. So
exactly.
How are you downplaying somebody? Damn, why did I write that in the comments? I should have wrote that in the comments.
Maybe they did, but it depends on how many comments.
Yeah, that's true. Because that's true. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, sis, you do work at 9-to-5. Okay, you have your... The only thing entrepreneurial that she done is have her makeup line. That's it.
And my thing is, I work in corporate, and they be sending emails in the wee hours of the morning. These are a whole bunch of lawyers who be checking emails, or they'll be stuck like doing contractual work or obligations because they're trying to do like merge with the company, and they'll be waiting, especially if the other company that they're working with is overseas and they're ahead. They'll be in the office at the wee hours of the morning and the night working on this shit. So
and that's a 9-to-5 job.
Exactly. So what the fuck, girl? Bye.
I
ain't gonna have no more airtime. Bye, bitch.
Yeah, she won't. I won't be buying her makeup. I'm sorry. Because you literally grew your makeup company off the backs of black people, and you sat there and tried to justify the reason why you didn't say nothing was because of your quote-unquote Christian belief, and then now you downplaying people that work 9-to-5. You won't be getting any of my points. I'm sorry.
Well, I was never interested anyway, because what you know about makeup, sis?
She has lipsticks. I was just gonna buy
lipsticks?
it. Yeah, I was just gonna buy it because I like to support black people. So I was like, all right, I like lipsticks. So I'll buy a lipstick or two. But her saying all of that, you didn't give me my coins.
Whatever.
My 9-to-5 coins.
My friend Niecy is coming out with a lip line
by
Shawnee Rich.
Yes,
that's who I would be buying lipstick and lip glosses from. Okay, y'all. So
yes, shout her out.
Yes,
I seen that posted that.
That's my homegirl. That's my girl. That's who I'll be supporting. Not no motherfucking B. Simone.
I can't wait, sis. I can't wait to try them.
Okay, so
just some looks and repost it.
Right? Fuck B. Simone. Toodaloo.
Since we shouting out businesses, we can shout out your friend Justina's cupcake
business. Yes.
Everybody's been posting black-owned stuff.
And we'll tag them. If you guys want any kind of baked
goods. Come on.
Sweet Cody cakes. We're gonna put everything in the description box below, and that's for YouTube. And then for Instagram, we're gonna add them. M's Bakery Boutique, that's another one. And I think like you've seen us wear their clothes before. Fuck Your Brand.
Yes.
Cash. Q Print Shop. Delon. Vicky's Head Wrap, I've worn it. I don't know if she has her thing, but we'll add her. I'm
gonna add Uni. They sent me some lipsticks a while ago. They're another black owned company. So shout out to them. They actually reposted me today, but I want to shout them out because they're a black owned company as well. So shout out to y'all. I do like their lipsticks.
No, I gotta check it out.
I'm trying to think any of my other friends who are doing things that we should shout them. Oh, your friend Rashad, the trainer.
Oh my gosh, yes, Rashad, Shad Fit.
Yes, The Right Health.
Yes. Joshua. Who else?
I feel like there's so many people.
Real estate, because Nicole,
she does real estate.
She does real estate. So if you need apartment, house, whatever, I think it's like Nicole Rivera Fox Real Estate or something like that. We're gonna add everybody underneath.
Oh, your friend Mo, he's a trainer.
Oh my gosh, Maurice, because there's another one I know. That's
sorry.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait, huh? Yes, Mo, another trainer. Who else?
We trying to shout out these small black businesses out here.
Oh, my homegirl, Alicia, my boo. If you need, I think she's branching into creating this business. If you want, you know, your like spirituality, tarot cards.
Yes, my
her.
boo.
You know what I'm
girl.
saying? Yes,
she read my cards twice.
Yeah,
she did a very good
that's
job.
my baby right there. So
she got a YouTube coming soon. I
Yes.
don't know if you want the people to know, but you just
damn sorry, Leash. Sorry, love you, boo.
Just throwing that out there. She got YouTube coming out, y'all.
Yes, Shakira. She also has a baking line. Queen Kiki. It's like so many people. But if we forgot anyone, we are so sorry because it is a lot. Oh, Troy, T5 Hudson.
Download his music.
It's on Apple.
One of my friends from high school, she has a soap collection. She sells
Oh,
soap.
yes.
And I think she does like laundry detergent too, like all natural
Very
detergent.
nice.
So yeah, we're gonna post because I've been seeing that around on social media. A lot of people giving recognition to small black-owned businesses. So we want to shout y'all out.
Yeah, we're gonna shout y'all to the rooftop, baby. Always, Mike. If you need videos, Mike Allen videos, photo shoots, video shoots, baby showers, parties, blah. You know the list goes on. But there's more, and anybody else will put like them underneath, and then we'll describe like what their company is, a brief description.
Yes.
But you know, it's time. I'm sure, like hearing, I don't sound like a fucking fart. It's like you know, we and you. I'm sure you guys here and there, you support small local businesses, black-owned businesses, like you've done it. Now we just gotta go harder because there's a lot of these motherfuckers. I was reading them Trump donors donating money to Trump's campaign. Shit, there was some people. When I further looked into it, I was looking like, oh shit, this company, I can't fuck with you. There was a lot in there that I was just like,
yeah.
Okay.
We need to start putting more of our money into
more
in our own communities.
Yes.
And like black-owned companies. We
Yep.
have to.
Yep. All right. I guess that's a recap. The fight continues.
Yes.
June 23rd. Please go vote in the primary elections.
Yes. Juneteenth, you guys.
Yes,
I want to see
Juneteenth.
everybody who's out there protesting and speaking up, Black Lives, all that stuff.
July 4th is canceled.
Exactly.
That was never for us, y'all.
Exactly. They gained their independence, but we were still slaves.
Exactly.
Juneteenth, we need to start celebrating that every year. That is our independence. Like,
it is.
we need to celebrate that. I want to see everybody cooking out on Juneteenth. If
Yep.
I see one motherfucker cooking out on 4th of July, you will be unfollowed. I'm planning on doing that.
Well,
You wear
heard the
red,
girl.
white, blue, unfollowed. I don't want to.
Black power, motherfuckers. But thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. And make sure you go vote.
Yes.
Work on your mental health during these times.
Yes.
For
Self-care.
those, yeah, self-care, especially for those where stuff like this could be super overwhelming and you could get anxiety or possibly have a nervous breakdown.
What's all these firecrackers?
Girl,
It ain't even
since
July
yesterday.
yet.
Girl, it was popping that shit. I seen that shit mad, like when I was on the phone jonesing. But yeah, so yeah, guys, fight the power. And we are not removing our foot off these motherfuckers' necks. Like we gotta stay on top of we gotta stay on course.
I agree.
So yeah. Bye guys. Toodaloo.
Time.
Adios.